Hey everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Gamedec. Today we're gonna be hopefully mopping up this mission. I don't imagine there's too much more in it. Gonna be checking out a few things here. The crates in the office appeared the same as the ones downstairs. Most of them weren't opened. On some of them I could see shipping details. Let's scan for some information here. I scanned the chips on several random crates. It was charity. The Nanette Foundation donated them to Nanette Gardens free of charge. Judging from the delivery dates, it was a common practice. They were always collected by Mr. Lepsky. There was an ancient computer on the desk. Let's try and turn it on. I wondered what he had on his computer. There was nothing on it. Not even an operating system. Kid has deleted everything. Oh, that's a shame. I wonder how much... It felt like we were being pressured into really rushing up here. Okay. Will it be fine from now on? We won't get locked out anymore? Can we still play together? Are they going to kick us out of here? They aren't, right? Sir, what will happen to us now? Who's going to take care of us now? You won't leave us alone, will you? Nanette will take care of you. Remember her? The kids started talking over one another. Cries of joy mingled with words of astonishment. But can we stay together? Here? Can we see other games and not get locked out anymore? What if they separate us and ban us from playing? Kid always told us what to do. Who will tell us now? Ooh, actually one of our recently acquired professions here is actually coming into play already. Vox Populi. We definitely need more social green and a lot more decisive red. So we might end up start playing a little differently here and trying to be a bit more aggressive. It's really difficult for me because it's not usually the way I play, but I really want to try and keep it in the back of my mind that every decision we have, of course, we need to base it on the kind of character we're talking to, the situation we're in, etc., etc., etc. But really try to keep in the back of my mind that we want to try and be... I don't want to say be a dick, because some of this is not necessarily being an ass, but some of it is. Let's be honest. Impatient, selfish, determination, authority. A lot of these can be indifference. A lot of these can really be used in assholey ways. But hey, if we want to unlock all of this, we need to, because everything we have at the moment, except for this one, is actually locked by red. Luckily, we have access. We will have access to only one thing, actually. No, two things if we get one more red. This one will still require some green, but we could get the programmer straight away if we just get one more decisive red. And I think the programmer will be quite nice to get, but I digress. So right here, for instance, I think already we could maybe get some decisive red if we do this. But actually, what do we have here? Determination and authority. I think we... Maybe even the Vox Populi here will get us some of that. I'm gonna convince them it'll be great. The fate of all mistreated, degraded, and oppressed has always been dear to me. Trust me, you will be a lot better now. You can play together, you'll have more time, and you won't get disconnected anymore. You sure? I'm sure. Above all, you will feel better. You'll live in a nice place, play more safely, and have more fun. The boy's face brightened. That's so cool. Thank you, Gamedec. Very cool indeed. We did quite well. We should wait for somebody to take over here, and then we need to talk. Let's celebrate our success, analyze our mistakes, and discuss what to do next. War meeting at your place, Chief. 8 o'clock sharp. Okay, I do feel like with Kenzu here that maybe the game sort of assumed that we would very much work together with him in the first mission. So it sort of seems like we have a very familiar relationship with him that we don't really have. But that's okay. We'll probably be working closer with him from now on, since he seems to be a important character, which is absolutely fine. Good evening, you two. Welcome home. The time is perfect. Temperature normal. Ken, meet Bliss. She's my major domo. She's cool, Chief. Hi there, Translucent. Ken Sue. A good or bad player and one of the few players in the world who can play for 15 seconds at the 19th level of pain. He's been the most efficient attacker for the last 2 seasons. Ken looked at me, content. She knows everything about me. Intellectual personality. Great choice, Chief. Okay, let's cut to the chase. See if that's gonna give us some decisive red, since we can't be nice anymore. We were going to talk about your investigation. Alright. Let me tell you what I learned about a certain clan. Did you notice those 2 trippy girls in TNP? The ones that were chatting people up? They seemed strange, so I talked to them. It turned out they were recruiting people to our clan in a different game. Wait, it gets better. This clan believes in some crazy-ass stuff. They are also obsessed with the number 314. I think they're a cult. So, you see, he looked at me as though he was waiting for questions. Isn't the number 314 used in some movie or some other game or something like that? I feel like that's a reference to something. But I can't quite place it. Okay. So we can ask about 314, the Tree of Knowing, why it piqued his interests. We can ask if anyone hired him, and we can find out more about the clan. Let's start with the number. Yeah, sit down. Okay, that was a weird way to get to your spots, but whatever. What's the deal with them and the number 314? I feel like I've heard something about it before. At first, I thought it was just a reference to the number pi. But there's more to it, Chief. I gotta say, it gives me the creeps. That's not what I was talking about, by the way. You know, it's like, whenever I see this number or even hear anything about it, something happens. Don't fucking laugh at me. Okay. Let's see what happens. We're gonna say that that he let them work him up. If they keep saying you're a camel, you eventually start looking for a hump on your back. There's nothing magical about numbers, Ken. Maybe you're right, Chief. Okay. So let's ask about this Tree of Knowing, if he knows anything about it. What is the Tree of Knowing? Well, I'm not sure yet, but I'm really interested in finding out. You see, this goddamn tree is what somebody used to destroy my career. They're never specific about the tree. It's some kind of artifact. Apparently, it only appears once in a while. It's a big deal for them. They say the tree gives them truth and inspiration and sends some signal things. Kinda seems like they get high a lot. Suspicious, huh? Let's find out why he's so interested in it. Why did you become interested in them? During that game, you know, when I rage quit, those fucking trolls were the only thing I saw in that space rip. There was also a tree. I mean, what was that about, right? But when I heard that the clan worships a Tree of Knowing, I figured it might help me understand. I did some online research, and it turns out the sacred Tree of Knowing looks exactly like the one I saw during the game. That's my lead, Chief. The lead to finding the fuckers that ruined my career. Okay, let's see what he knows about the clan. They're called the Han clan. Apparently Han means book. It's in their emblem, a book in front of a tree. Okay. They play MMOs, keep talking about meditation, observations, in quotation marks, and stuff like that. Even more than about fighting and territories. I mean, you know, Chief, when they fight for real. They know how to play. But as soon as those girls realized I had money, they told me I was special and that my spiritual path leads to the clan. Suspicious, huh? He says that a lot. Let's see if anyone hired him. Has somebody hired you for this investigation? Not really. I'm working on my own. You do know that Gamedec get hired, discuss their remuneration with the client, and only then begin their investigation, right? No idea what that means. This one's an exception. Well, the second exception. The first was harvest time. I hired myself to find out who killed my career. Somebody's got to find the culprit. Are you in, Chief? Sure, we'll help you. Alright, this might be too difficult for you to handle on your own. Okay, well. No, we're not too shy in the confidence here, are we? Awesome. We'll be like Goodabad's team, but in Realium. And in all the other games in the world. Okay, did we actually get a new... no, not quite yet. Okay. Enough about the clan, Ken. Okay. Sure, I guess we'll talk a bit about his e-sport career. As in a Goodabad's player. Well, you need to be a bit of a masochist. When the pain is at 10, it's like being operated on without anesthesia. At 15, some players start tripping when the endorphins kick in. I can go as far as 19. It's hard to describe. Heaven, hell, both at once. They say Pete Crash kites can go up to 20 thanks to meditation and some other wizardry. Me, I like to feel everything. It turns me on. Okay, let's say that he's a bit cray-cray. You're insane, Ken. Takes one to know one. Okay. Point taken, point taken. Okay, we have 2 objectives apparently, and both of them is to help Ken with his investigation. I think one would have been enough to get the point across. I don't know why we would talk about a couple of these, but sure, let's talk about Bliss. So, what? Do you like my Bliss? Okay, that's sounded vaguely like something it shouldn't, but let's go on, ask her a question. Alright, Bliss, what's more real, matter or information? Matter is a catch-all that describes an illusion. The reality is but an emanation of mathematical rules. Particles are mathematics. It's all information. Ken put his hand around his head, widened his eyes, and pretended that his skull is exploding. She's brilliant. Okay. Let's talk about our work. Listen, I see this whole Gamedec thing really interests you. Would you like to hear more about this job? Sure, Chief. I'm all ears. I guess I'll listen too. You do that. Well, it has no benefits, really. No pension, no vacation, no sick leave. When there's work, you make money. When there isn't, you starve. Sounds, swell. Yeah, sounds wonderful. That's because you're young. But sure, have a go at it. Just remember what I told you. Because what seems wonderful at first might turn out to be a completely different kind of wonder. But it's better to try and find out, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Let's discuss the latest case. You've done your first detective case. You should be proud of yourself, Ken. Chief, it was amazing. I feel like the king of the world. I think we should always work together. Ken finished talking before I managed to cut in. No problem, Chief. That's why we're a team. Together we are even more awesome than we are separate. Let's have a quick drink before we set off here, I guess. Not sure if I can drive my new mobile after all those drinks. Take a taxi. Bliss can call an auto taxi or an oro taxi for you. Good idea. I need to follow a certain clue tomorrow morning. I'll pick up the vehicle this first thing. Ken finished talking before I managed to cut in. Okay. Sure he did. With every new day came new challenges. Ken wanted to meet and talk about his case. We hadn't discussed the time and place, though. Let's see if he's told Bliss something. Apparently we need to contact Ken, so that might have been the wrong choice. Answering machine, anything?
Gamedec, you got a funny name. So my daddy died while gaming, and well, he had a big ass treasure room and down in oh yeah, deep past world, and it has to be like the biggest.
I can hardly hear what he
so
says.
big. That's what she said. But I can't get in it. Can you get me in there so I can sell it? I'll give you, oh, what's that number after 7-8? Oh yeah, 20. I'll give you 20% of what I sell. Let me know.
Well, he sounded drunk. Okay, I got a text from Ken. Is this gonna be... Okay, never mind. Hi. No idea why you turned off your walktail. What are you? A Stegosaurus? Let's meet at Yeti's coming tonight. It's low, really low, the roof of Undercity. I'll be waiting for you. I came across something interesting, but no point talking about it now since you're not there. See ya. I didn't know what he meant by saying that my walktail was off. He could have just sensed me, but sent a text instead. It was strange.
Have you ever felt vulnerable while gaming on your couch?
Okay, that's just some random ad, I'm guessing. Anything new over here? Doesn't seem like it. What about the jukebox? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of background music. Ooh, right, let's check the news. Maybe there's something.
Breaking news.
My name is Gina Gord, and this is the latest news. Outrage at Nanette's foundation. The founder of the organization, Nanette D, is suspected of forcing children into slave labor. Ooh. I wonder if that is because we actually called the cops on the sheriff. The outrageous activity was operating under the guise of Nanette's Gardens, an activity program for children living in poverty. The program was supposed to combine fun and education on a farm in the harvest time Virtualium. Virutalium. Okay, I've been reading that wrong, I think. Virutalium. Okay. In reality, the children were being forced to perform ceaseless labor and grind for items that were later sold on real money auction house auctions. This has been Warsaw City News, your source for up-to-date domestic and international news all day long. I think that's what you call oops. Okay, let's check the computer. I don't think... As usual, the computer recognized me and the familiar desktop appeared on the screen. Any mail? Seems like there is a lot. Ooh, I don't think this is going to be a good email. I would like to thank you again for handling the Foundation's case. I assure you that I am wholeheartedly committed to repairing all the damage. Did she mean that? I replied with a few encouraging sentences. I hoped I wouldn't end up regretting it. Okay, I'm surprised we saw that email from her. I was sure it was gonna be a roast. Okay, open email from Rusty Ed's Guild. By joining our guild, you've agreed to receive our email newsletter, which is why this went right into the spam folder. Okay, good call. Bob Sapper. Thank you for your help, brother. I'm happy my wife isn't wallowing in this filth. I guess I should feel relieved, but something keeps nagging at me. To tell you the truth, I suspect she's having an affair. I guess I should talk to a psychiatrist, huh? Anyway, thanks again, and sorry to bother you, Bob. Okay, well, there was one from Professor Locke as well. Who's that? Dear sir, if your interest in my research was more than misguided politeness, I didn't read on. I sent a polite reply to the tune of duty calls, time is short, and wished him all the best. Alright. Okay. Let's... We have plenty of these two. Let's go to the meeting, I suppose. Solid doors protected me and my apartments. Let's go to Low City. Okay. Meet with Ken near the Yeti's coming bar. Okay.
This man is dead. Son of a bitch. Nothing we do will change that.
Captain Basilides, something. Cornelia, this man, this Kensu was his name? Yes, Kensu. He's dead. Nothing will change that. Oh, I understand, Captain. What you need to understand is that closing the case this way will reflect badly on our organization. That's Sergeant Delia. Okay. That's neither your business nor responsibility, Sergeant Delia. This man was interrupted by a voice coming from the communicator. It's a fancy communicator. Captain Matan. Captain, there's a doctor here. His name is Pax, and he wants to... What? We don't need that dipshit here, Sergeant Delia. We'll return to this later. I'm coming, Rama. The Outranger looked at me angrily. We don't let civilians in. Move along, please. Mindfluencer. Ooh, okay. Re-educator. Okay. There's certainly some things we don't have access to yet. Which one are they? Re-educator. Was it brain fixer? No, mindfluencer. Okay, okay. Or red. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, let's vet her first. Sergeant Cornelia. Academy grades? Acceptable. Oh, this is good. What were you doing with that eel in the... Shut your mouth and come in. Fucking info jerks. Okay. You know, sometimes I feel like the options in the game doesn't really tell you or give a clear indication of what you're going to do. Vet her doesn't, to me at least, doesn't mean what we just did, but whatever. Sergeant Korn, okay.
Not like this.
The Outranger frantically flipped through the data on the infolia. She didn't pay attention to me. Past choices. Forget it. I've checked all the regulations and there isn't a single one that would force me to speak with you. Okay, so I'm guessing because I was a dick to her that she's not interested in speaking. Typical. Typical. Okay, that's a bit of a an upset, I feel, that if Kenzu is dead. The garbage can looked disgusting. When I got closer to it, the stench hit my nostrils, which immediately made my throat swell. I had to suppress my gag reflex. Let's search it. Doesn't sound pretty. Yeah, you wipe them on your pants. I reach inside the can, trying not to touch its sticky edges. I failed. Just below the top layer, I reached some sticky liquid, probably the same stuff that ran down the side of the bin. Okay. I plunged my hand deeper, pushing through things I didn't want to picture. The tips of my fingers finally reached a warm metal object. It's probably some weird shit. I pulled out a metal box and wiped the slime off. It was a Medibot battery. That got me interested. Okay. Sidewalk graffiti was not a common sight. That one was made with permanent paint, so the colors stayed vivid despite attempts at heavy cleaning. Gangway Hound and Cracker. Okay, we are finally starting to see some other stuff here. These we haven't seen at all. Take a closer look. Under a large inscription that said "Analyze it," there was a smaller one. The end of iteration is near. Was it really? That was how war drivers marked the city system control networks they had opened. Okay. Let's look for access, I guess. These places are described as interfering. It has something to do with harmonic oscillation. I didn't quite get it, but I knew how to look. I gained access to devices connected to the city Rystic network. Bizarre name. Look for drones? I issued some commands and the system displayed all surveillance drones within its range. Okay, so they are all sort of... they're not actually called the same, but they're called Rami, Pentagon, and Outranger. Does it matter? Look for more drones. Okay, yeah, okay. So Rami, Pantalon, and Outranger. Maybe it's something we can use later. Of course, I'm gonna forget it for the next episode. What is that? Damage. The malfunctioning MCC beacon had been dragged down to the pavement and was clumsily swaying on the drift field. Check technical name? I opened the device logs. The beacon's technical name was blah 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 Tank Jr. Okay, so that is not one of these. Maybe we can find one of them. Check specifications. Long-range scanners, high-quality cameras and microphones, quantum noses capable of differentiating 4 trillion smells. Impressive. A plasma gun with adjustable power and caliber. In a nutshell, a must-have in every household. Sure. Let's check the gun registry. I opened up the window that monitored gun functions and started looking through the data. The last shot was registered the week before, aimed at a rat climbing up a nearby tower. The rodent was hit, fell off the wall, and did not return. The beacon's gun hadn't fired once since then. Remove the battery? I'm not sure we want to remove the battery. Let's let it keep it still. Tank red.
Piss me off, aren't you?
Oh, okay. Past choices. I wish we could see what choice it was. Fabio. A virtual projection of a bird perched itself on the Mobrium's shoulder and stared at me with its huge black eyes while sharpening its claws. Because I don't remember anything about this. Apparently we unlocked something already. Behemoth. Fabio, okay. Hey, moron. My name is Fabio, because I'm fucking fabulous. Well, that you are. Ooh, we actually need Brain Fixer here. But to do that, and... Ooh, that's a lot of social green. That's actually one of the few ones we don't need red for. It's probably not gonna happen, but who knows? Maybe we get a lot of it. Okay, we can't do much else. Fabio, the fabulous. Good luck to you, my friend. We might be back. Ooh, hello. Beowulf Transporter. Beowulf, the Outranger's vehicle. They must have arrived in it. That the police vehicle? Look through the window. Outrangers have their quirks. For one, they adore fresh air, so the windows in their vehicles are always half open. They also dislike circuitry, so I wasn't surprised to see an ignition slot. The key was missing though. The driver must have had it. Let's, I don't know, I guess reach into the trophy case? Hopefully not get busted. On the pilot seat I found a familiar box made of steel. A trophy case. Every kid knows what they look like. The window was slightly lowered, so I managed to reach into the cabin and feel the box with my hand. It was closed with a latch. Okay, let's not break the lock. Let's hang on for now. Which one was it? It was some gangway thing. It's this one. That's never gonna happen. Trash can. The garbage can was fixed in plastic concrete, as if it was saying, I'll stay here forever. Let's inspect it, I suppose. It was filled with cheap game pill packages, disposable drug dispensers, and bottom shelf liquor bottles. Think about whether the garbage reflects the need for instant gratification. Think about whether the trash is a sign of loneliness. Let's do the first one, I guess. I guess we don't have to think about it, but probably gives something, yeah. Don't know what that means. Oh, which one this is, to be honest. Ooh, it was this one, right. Ooh, nice, that's what we need. Good choice, good choice. People try to escape the reality that surrounds them, hence all the liquor, games, and drugs. If you're running from realism, it means that it's hurting you and you have neither strength nor patience for it. Anywhere's better than the here and now. When you choose to get high, reality adapts to you, not the other way around. It's really something. Let's search it. Hopefully it's not as icky. Apparently it was. I put my arm deep inside the sea of waste. Some leftovers from overcooked dumplings stuck to my sleeve. Got an achievement for that. Trash compactor. Search all the trash bins in Fallen Hero. Okay, so apparently our case is called Fallen Hero. Not only did I not find anything useful, but the wet dough left a greasy stain and a bad smell. This is probably gonna come back and haunt us, isn't it? And apparently there are only 2 containers to search. Do we have a case then? We do. It's a shame we can't see the name of it anywhere. But I guess it's called Fallen Hero. Tourist terminal. The old tourist terminal looked ridiculous. Where were these people supposed to go? To a different polis? To Gaia? Check out the offer anyway. I wondered what that piece of junk could offer people from the lowest layer of the polis. Welcome. Please note that the tourist console belongs to the city Rystic Systems. The offer presented by this device is outdated. Feel free to use the holoscreen standing alongside it to get the latest information, including on tourism. I wondered... Is it the same thing? Okay, apparently there is nothing. Okay, well... Before we get over there, we will take a break here. We'll go this way around and see what else we can find before we go to the murder itself. That is a real shame and kind of a surprise if he's truly dead. But I'm thinking we'll find out next time. So for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and to see you for the next one. Until then, take care.